We've got a great Q&A today. The main question is on getting over shyness in reenacting. Thanks for joining us today on Questions and Answers with James Townsend and Son. First of all, I want to thank everyone who answered the question from last week's video about making our videos less boring. And that was, a tricky question. I threw it out there, but a lot of really good suggestions about that. So thank you for your kind suggestions and helpful suggestions in that. The first question here is from the sausage video. It says, can you do a video on food storage from the 18th century? I really would be interested in how they stored grains, sugar, potatoes, and all that kind of food that they would have had to stock up or stock away for in the winter. There is, I went ahead and created a playlist for the food storage videos that we've done in the past. There's probably a good half a dozen, maybe 8-10 videos that we've done that kind of specifically hit on that. A lot of the videos kind of brush on that anyway. Something like the boiled pudding videos or different kinds of pies were a way to store those. Those may not necessarily be in the playlist, but other ones are. Make sure to check out the playlist. It'll be down in the description. And this question is from the salt pork video, which is on that playlist for preserving foods. Quick question: during storage, would water be added to keep the meat submerged, or would it be allowed to dry out over time? In this circumstance, with the pork in a brine solution, it definitely would have been kept with the brine solution over the top of the meat the whole time. That's the way this particular one was done. Not a dry salting, but a wet salting technique. If the liquid ran out, the pork would go bad, definitely. So in fact, that's one of the things that happened when people were hauling these barrels of salt pork back up into the frontier, specifically to military forts. They would drill a hole in the keg down low, and they would drain out all the brine solution because it would make it lighter and they could haul more and it would be easier. Then when they got really close to the fort, they would put water in there, plug up the hole. They would just put plain water in there. The pork would go bad, and everybody on the frontier had rotten pork to eat. So you definitely want to keep the brine solution in there. These kegs were meant to be have a head on them the whole time until you were ready to open it up and use them, so that solution wouldn't dry out. Here's a question that was specifically pointed out multiple times on the sausage making video because I kind of drew it out in that episode. It says, is receipt another word for recipe? Specifically in the 19th century and even more so in the 18th century, in the English texts for recipe books, they would refer to them as receipts in the English sense here, or in North America. And where this transition from the word receipt to recipe happens exactly is a little tough to figure out. I mean, it's probably mostly a 20th century thing, and you kind of see the word receipt dropping out of cooking contexts in English there in the 20th century. And, by now, nobody writes it as receipt, or definitely says receipt that I know of. But historically, receipt is the word you would use. And it kind of has that whole reference to the recipe as we get it is sort of like if you were going to make that product and you went to the store, you would give them a list of the things you needed, and it kind of looked like a receipt. And you might actually use the receipt from last time to take to the store and say, give me the same amount of things again. Maybe it comes from that. I don't know. Here's the main question. It's actually on the latest video, but it doesn't necessarily have anything specific to do with that. But what is a good way to get comfortable around others at reenactments? I am naturally a very shy person, and I don't tend to have much to say. I would love to socialize with more people that love to do what I do at historical reenactments, but I find myself too uncomfortable or socially awkward at times. Not to say that I don't enjoy being around others or doing historical stuff, I just tend to get a little weird sometimes. I relate to this question directly. I am a very shy person, especially in larger settings. In fact, it's really easy for me to do videos because there's only just the camera on the other side, and it's much easier for me to interact with large groups of people. Reenacting is kind of a special, it might be a special tool for people that are essentially shy people. And one of the things that you might try specifically is first person, because acting as a non-shy person, it's easier for a shy person to interact. The other thing about reenacting and reenactors in general is that they tend to be very engaging, outgoing, easy to speak to people. Already you are connecting with them with something that you are already very interested in. And so it is much easier to break the ice and break out and talk to somebody about a specific item that you have a common interest with them. And they are a great group of people to interact with. So I think historical reenacting is actually one of the best ways for people who are shy to break out and be able to overcome that shyness. So number one, those people, they want to interact with you. They're excited about what you're doing. You like what they're doing. So, take that opportunity for those common connections. And number two, try first person reenacting. Try acting like a person who's not shy in this circumstance. There's two kind of things to that. So those are my two suggestions. I know it's a difficult thing, and I share your trouble. Also, with the ideas of Q&As here, a lot of people had some really good questions on the cheese making video, and Deanna Berkemeyer, who did the video with me, or actually she did all the cheese making, I just stood there and asked silly questions. She is down in the comment section, or she was down in the comment section of that video, and she answered almost all the questions that really had some were really good questions. She jumped in there, and I want to thank Deanna for all her really good answers to those questions. So there were a bunch of them. If you've got questions about the cheese making, make sure to go down in the comment section, because she did a bunch of good questions and a bunch of really good answers. So check that out. A little bit of housekeeping. If you've got, it's like the holiday season's coming up. If you want to help support the channel, and if specifically you have people that you think might be interested in the videos, but they're not on YouTube, or maybe they want to watch them in a different context, we do offer DVDs of our cooking episodes. The latest one is just out. This one's the Series 8 videos. So these are a great, inexpensive gift you can give people that you think might be interested in the kind of cooking videos we do. Also, if you enjoy the music that we use in basically all our cooking videos, the Jim's Red Pants, the group that records those, they have a new sort of holiday or Christmas CD that's out here. It's called Winter's Day. This is now available on the website also. And finally, last but not least, we just received the calendars. They're a little late this year. We pushed them ahead, but the printers had issues, so they're a little bit late in coming. We just got ours. That means if you've requested a calendar, it's probably in the mail right now, and you'll see it in the next couple days. So look out for the calendar as it comes in. It's full of really cool pictures, and it's got the recipe for 12 of our favorite ones that we've done this past year. So make sure to look for your calendar. If you are still interested in a calendar, you can get one by, say, first class mail. I believe they're available on the website right now, and I will put a link down in the description section. Also, I want to wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving if you're here in the States. And if you're interested in specifically in sort of North American, early American holiday feast situations, we did a series on recipes that came from Amelia Simmons's cookbook that are specifically related to this kind of season. I'll put a playlist down in the description section so that you can watch that. Oh yes, and because it's a holiday, we will be closed on Thursday and Friday here at the store and on the telephones. But we will have somebody in the store on Saturday, so if you happen to be in the area, you can come by on Saturday. Nobody will be on the phones, but there will be somebody in the store if you want to stop by. I really am excited to watch what's happening down in the comment section of our videos. So many YouTube channels, it's just not safe to go down into the comment section. It can be really difficult. Different kinds of communities build up around different channels. And I love what's happening down in the comment section. We get a lot of comments, a lot of really good comments, some really good questions. Other people are in there, they're answering them, they're being kind, and it makes it so much more enjoyable and helpful, edifying to go down into the comment section and read things that are, well, just truly helpful. So thank you for what you do in the comments section, whether you're commenting, you're answering questions or asking questions. Thank you so much. Even asking those questions is really important. Some people, want to know the same answer you do, and they may be too shy to type in that question there, worrying about how people are going to answer them. All that stuff is important, and it makes the channel so much better. It helps us make better videos. So thank you for what you do down there. Thank you for all your support, whether it's commenting, watching videos, sharing the videos. That's an important part. Thank you for all the support you give us, and thank you so much for watching.